Shri Matre Namaha Guru Kataksham Ambala Anugraham Paripurna. Why do we chant 108 times when we are doing mantra japa sadhana, when we are doing japa? And why there is Ashtotharashathanama? There is Lalitha Ashtotharashatam, there is Mahalakshmi Ashtotharashatam, Durga Ashtotharashathanama, or Ashtotharashatha Stotram, which is 108. Why there is 108? What is the significance of this 108? We chant mantra for 108 times. We also have beads. The japa mala is 108 times, or it will be 54 beads, but you have to chant twice to make it 108. So, and also we have various Ashtotharashathanama, the 108 nama of the deities like Lalitha, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, Kali. And when we are worshipping, we are supposed to offer 108 times. So why 108? Why not 100? Why not 101? Why 108? Why 108? If you look at it, 108 is not just a number. It is not a random number. Our Rashis knew the mathematical quantity because it represents, the 108 represents wholeness, the completeness, the alignment with the cosmic order, the bridge between the individual and the divine, the bridge between the individual and the universe. So when we chant 108 times, we are symbolically aligning ourselves with the rhythm of creation. So the number 108 is the number of manifestation. Let us understand in a deeper way about 108. The one represents the supreme reality, the one from which everything emerges, the absolute truth, Advaitam. Yeah, Ekameva Dvitiyam. So that is the resonance of the supreme reality. And the 0 is the Shunya, which represents the emptiness. It is the void from which creation arises. The void reminds us that for you to achieve the spiritual growth, you have to empty yourself. You have to shed your identity, become nothing to get everything. That is 0. The 8, the number 8 is a symbol of manifestation. The number 8 in 108, it's the manifestation. If you look at, which means which has already manifested. The symbol 8 represents the manifested reality. So there are 8 directions. There is 8 forms of wealth. The bhaga, that is 8. There is Ashtamatrakas, which is 8 manifestation of the energy. So the 8 represents the manifested reality. So when you understand this, that 108, it's a journey from the individual to divine realization through surrender. And that gives you the path of transformation, eventual manifestation. So that is the power. Now let us understand the science behind this 108 that our Rashis had established. As per our Rashis, the distance between the earth and the sun is 108 times the sun's diameter. Similarly, the distance between the earth and the moon is approximately 100 times the moon's diameter. Now, because of this proportions, the sun and the moon appears almost same when we look from the earth. Even though the distance is huge, but because of this proportion. So our Rashis knew this. So it is not merely astronomy, it is a sacred reminder that the universe itself is built upon this divine order. Now, there is one more important. In Mantra Shastra, there is something called ajapa japa. As per the Vedic tradition, a normal human being, a healthy person, breathes approximately 21,600 times during the day and night. So if you look at it, 21,600 throughout the day and night. So divided by 2, which is 10,800 breaths during the day, 10,800 breaths during the night. Now, Listen to this very carefully. 10,800 is, how do you get 10,800? 108. 108 into 100 is 10,800. So the number 108 is embedded within the count of daily breath. So the idea is every breath is the gift from the divine. So that's the reason ajapa japa is mentioned in mantra sadhana. Every mantra repetition is a conscious sanctification of breath. Chanting a mantra 108 times symbolically represents we offering our breath and your life to the divine. Now, what I told before, 108, the zero is shunya, you have to shed yourself, you have to become nothing. So, the very reason we are alive is the breath that we are taking. So, when we are symbolically offering all our breath, our thoughts, and our life to the divine, it is the act of surrender, which is you become nothing. And that's where you will be able to manifest. That's where you'll be able to transform. So, that is the significance of 108. Now, there is also the link between the Jyotisha Shastra, Vedic Astrology of 108, which is we have 27 nakshatras, which is the stars, and each nakshatra has 4 padas. So 27 into 4 becomes 108. So 108 symbolically encompasses the entire karmic field through which a soul evolves, because the Jatakam, the horoscope, represents the soul's journey, the karmic journey of the soul. So when you complete 108 repetitions of a mantra, it is said to resonate through the, the karmic blueprint of the person. Not only that, there is 12 Rashis, which is zodiac sign, and there is 9 planets. So 12 into 9 becomes 108. Our Rishis knew this, that every person's thought, emotion are influenced by combination of these 108 energies. Thus, 108 becomes a symbolic representation of the karmic matrix. So, the Rashis affects the person's personality, behavioral pattern, life experiences, karmic lessons. So, when you are chanting this 108 times, you're actually aligning with that pattern. So that is the power of 108. Now, coming to the Vidya tradition. In Vidya tradition, 54 tattva, the 54 aspects represents Shiva, 54 Shakti. Prakriti, the 54 is Shiva, which is Purusha. 54 is Shakti, which is Prakriti. So the consciousness and energy together is 108, which is the divine union, Shiva Shakti Aikya Swarupam. That is the deepest reason 108 is revered in Shaktam. So if you look at it, the 108 Namam, the Ashtotharashathanama, it is the energetic blueprint of the divine. Each Namam reveals the quality, each Namam reveals the power, a state of consciousness, a blessing. So by chanting all the 108 Namams, you'll be invoking the complete, the aspects of the divine. So, and not only that, when you chant a mantra 108 times, see, when you chant once, your mind is still distracted. When you chant 20 times, the mind starts to settle. When you chant 50 times, the mantra starts becoming stronger, and you'll see that the mental chatter that is happening is subsiding. When you chant 108 times, the mind actually is vibrating to the mantra. So that is the power of mantra repetition. Even the meaning of mantra, mananat trayate iti mantraha, the repetition of the mantra protects you. That is the meaning. That is where the transformation happens. So 108 is not merely a number, it is a journey. It is every repetition of the mantra that you chant, every namam of Ashtotharashathanama you chant, you're going one step closer to Ambal. You're purifying your mind, you're purifying your thoughts. The awakening of inner Shakti happens. So that is the power of chanting 108 times of the mantra japam, or chanting Ashtotharashathanama, be it Lalita Ashtotharashatam or Lakshmi Ashtotharashathanama or Durga Ashtotharashathanama. Now, if you wish to learn the correct pronunciation and meaning of Lalita Sahasranamam, Lakshmi Ashtotharashathanamavali, Durga Ashtotharashathanamavali, Lalita Ashtotharashathanamavali, and deepen your connection with Ambal. Strengthen your daily sadhana and chant with great confidence and devotion. I invite you to join the Shakti Upasana course, where you will have lifetime access. You can learn in your own pace and continue growing in your Shakti journey, the Shaktam journey, into the spiritual journey. So I have given a link below this video in the description. Do join and continue your Shakti journey, Shakti Upasana journey. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Kurakataksham Ambalanagaram Paripurnam Shri Matre Namaha.